Check on yourself as much as you check on Instagram. Hashtag self-love. When's the last time you checked yourself? You had a conversation with self so you can hear what your heart is telling you. It's been a minute, hasn't it? Reintroduce yourself to self. Everyone is not your assignment. That's why you're drained. You got to get involved into everything. Don't involve you, and everything ain't about you. Sometimes you just have to let them do them. It ain't about you. Your growth will scare people who do not want you to change. Some people just want to stay where they at, stuck in the mud. They don't want to let go. They don't want to elevate. Don't worry about it. Growth is painful for some people, especially those that don't want to grow. Hallelujah.
Acting up. Acting up. Acting up. Acting up.
Action.
Acting up with Javetta and Carlos. We just gotta have the two. Acting up with Carlos. Acting up with Carlos. Acting up. Acting up. Acting up.
This is Acting Up.
Acting up with Javetta and Carlos. We just gotta have the two. Acting up with Javetta and Carlos. With your host, Javetta and Carlos.
What up? What up? What up? Come on in, everybody. Come on in, man. Welcome, everybody, man, to Acting Up with Javetta and Carlos, man. We're back. Thank you, man. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. You here with us. We're back. We had a layoff, man. We done took our time off. Javetta, what you been doing? You weren't here last week. People was worried. People thought we had broke up over money issues and the contracts, and the blogs were talking like, have they split up? Have they what's going on with So speak to the people, let them know we still together. Oh,
you gonna pay me my money though? Can I get my money before I tell them that we still? No, I'm just playing.
We trying to teach.
We still together. What happened was, I don't owe y'all no explanation, but I love y'all so much. I went on a 2-week sabbatical in which I went somewhere with my honey. We went to the mountains, had a great time. Then I took my kids to the beach for the week. We had a good time. Came back, had to go to the hospital. I'm good. I'm healed. Amen. And then Shuggy fell ill, so I had to go see about my baby. So it's just been a lot, but we still here. We still rocking. We still strong. Danny thought he was going to take my spot. But can't nobody sing like Eddie Kane Jr. Ain't nobody sing like Eddie Kane Jr. I'm back. And I'm glad we ain't broke up.
You looking well, too. You looking you look like, did you lose some neck? Because your neck got a little small since you've been gone now. I mean, if it's just me, it might be the angle. This is the angle trying to see, is it the neck? Did you lose a little weight? Did you lose a little weight?
Yes, I lost 45 pounds.
Wow.
I did.
Man, that's can we get some thumbs up or something in the chat, hearts or something? She lost 45 pounds, y'all,
I
during this
did.
pandemic. That's awesome, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Let me just say that I gained 30 during the pandemic. I know y'all saw when we was in the studio and I was, whatever. So then I lost it. So I'm reverting back to a healthier me, and I'm glad.
Yeah.
And
congratulations. Okay.
Y'all
Okay.
remember when we started? I ain't got no ring yet, bro. You thought that's what I was about to do?
Oh, boy, I was, I was like,
no, not yet.
Okay, all right.
Okay. So when we started this thing, my hair was blonde, and then
yes,
I switched it to purple, and I let my little fro grow out, and I was like, purple is not me. So I done chopped it off again, went back to the blonde. Now my hats can fit my head.
Okay, cool.
And I think this is gonna be me. I'm done.
So you switch it up. You're gonna switch it up, and you're gonna stay. Okay, cool.
I'm gonna stick.
That's good, man. Stick and stay.
What's going on with y'all? Hey, me, I miss Shamika.
Man,
miss Shamika. I really miss Shamika. I miss sis. I want to bring her on the show. Go ahead and bring her on. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah, she's not.
She's not at all.
But I took some time off too. We family stuff. Gigs got picked up. Took the family to the beach. I had to. We all got projects coming, so we did some projects. And so last week was the first episode of season 2. So this is the second episode of season 2. So we kind of chopped it up. And sometimes, y'all, a break is very good. Sometimes we need a break. Well, how'd you feel about that Wesley Snipes bit?
Thanks, Lakeisha. This is a Black-owned company. I'll post it in the link. Black Empower is the name of the company. Thank you. Black skin, black nose, black lips, black hair, blackity, black. That's me. Unapologetically.
Unapologetic. We gotta love it. Oh, and what am I wearing? Oh, thank you for asking. This is my luxurious Winston-Salem State sweatshirt I got from my man Champ Hubbard. Y'all, that's our nickname, Ramley. If everybody know Winston-Salem State, that's our that's our thing. You know what I'm saying? So
please hold. I need to look up the word illustrious.
Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. You just got back. Don't do that to me. But anyway, this is for the great. Yes. Well, what you think about that? What you think about what he said?
He was preaching to me.
Yeah.
Everybody is not your assignment. Okay.
Man, if they ain't the truth.
Listen, he could have stopped right there, and I would have been like, "I hear you, Lord. Okay, let me stop.
Yeah.
Let me stop trying to save everybody." I have had a huge battle with balance. I'm always trying to be there for everybody all the time, and
that's true.
Empty, tired, and I have an autoimmune disease, and it leaves me. I get sick. I get sick. Running for everybody has literally made me sick. And I said, you know what? I turned 40 in December. I cannot do it. I can't say yes to everybody. Yeah. I have to say no to everybody.
You have to say no.
And start saying yes to myself. So I'm working on that.
That's so true, especially with the stuff going on right now, man. Y'all have to protect your peace. Just like we talked about last week, you can't answer every status. Right. You can't comment on everybody's opinion. Right. And it's just everybody's opinion, y'all. Don't get caught up in everybody's opinion, because protect your peace, because
that's right.
You can get to the point where you land up in the hospital. That person on Facebook, they don't care nothing about you.
Don't care.
They'll keep right on scrolling. So protect your peace. I'm talking to myself, because I saw a couple of days and I was getting ready. I was like, nah, don't even say nothing. Don't even say nothing. Because one thing, I was talking to a friend of mine. I said, one thing, when dealing with a stubborn person who thinks they're right, the best thing you can do is to agree with them and walk away. Even if they're wrong. Even if they are wrong. I want y'all to listen to his comments. When dealing with a stubborn person who thinks they're right when they're wrong, just agree with them and just walk away. Save your energy.
Shamika, can you go back to Lakeisha's comment? And Tomeka, so true, love yourself. Tomeka come on, comment, Tomeka, before we bring you on the show. Lakeisha said, that's why I'm so filled with anxiety trying to fix everyone else, but I have got to do me.
You
The
got
thing
to.
about it is there is only one you. God created you
It's only one you.
uniquely, beautifully. You're wonderfully made, but you keep running yourself in the ground trying to prove yourself to people that do not care. I say, do you? It's okay to be selfish. It is
You have
okay
to.
to be selfish. It's okay sometimes. That's where I'm at now.
And Lakeisha, you know who appreciate that more than anything? Your children. If you have children or any kind of, I think you got a daughter, I believe. You know who appreciates that more than anything? Your child, because they need you more than anything. So sometimes you have to let the phone ring. Sometimes you got to just, hey, let them go to voicemail. Because if it's an emergency, they'll call back. But that's when I saw, I think Carla, thank you for posting that. When I saw that spoke so much to me, because with men and with strong people, we used to just rescuing everybody, even out to our children. And me and you have grown children.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to sit back and be like, nah, I'm gonna let her learn the lesson. I can fix it. I can fix it. I can go and do it. But sometimes the best thing is to let people learn on themselves. So protect yourself. Y'all, we have to mentally just make sure we take care of ourselves, because there's a lot of stuff coming at us at one time. And because what happens is, if you break down, who's gonna take care of you? If you snap,
Sugar gonna take care of me.
I know.
I know he is. Hey, Suge, I know he watching.
We know, but still, there's only one you. So sometimes you have to kind of just be like, nah, I can't do it. So, but yeah, but I appreciate it, man. Don't forget, y'all, to like and share. Share. What to go to say?
He said, I learned years ago to do you, because people will have you in the grave and they on earth living it up.
They're living it up. Well, we'll send you right to a grave and be there talking about, Lord, I don't know what happened to Carlos. Well, you stressed me out. That's why I'm in here. Don't be asking like what happened to me. You, hey, Michael, what's up, man? My man. That's what I'm talking about. But so protect yourself, man. Y'all love on yourself, man. I'm telling. But thank everybody for tuning in, man. Don't forget to like, share, and comment on the post. Comment, share this live, man. We have a great show tonight. We have a great guest. Man, do we have a great guest, Javetta?
Oh,
we have a great guest. We ain't gonna lay. Just say a little bit about our guest before I bring on. I'm gonna get the intro for him.
Tomeka SoSassy
Sassy
is a trailblazer in her craft, in her gift. Look at this picture of her. She exudes queendom. Is that a word, Los? Before?
Yeah, you made it up. Go ahead. We good. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, go ahead.
Kingdom. She is a trailblazer. She has written theater productions, which I have had the honor of being a part of. I have had the honor of being her girlfriend, her sister. We have traveled while she has displayed her gifts and talents. She wrote a film about Sarah Bartman, and I don't know if you guys have had the opportunity to watch this short film. Hopefully we can post it. I don't know if it's still available on YouTube, but hopefully we can post it in here. I am Sarah Bartman. If you've never heard the story,
please,
of this young lady's journey from Africa to her journey and her being displayed as a circus as a circus act because of her booty, and a lot of us, well, I can't say all of us women of color have big booties, but a lot of us have those. And right now, people are paying to get big booties, and she was actually on display as a freak. And they experiment. I'm not gonna go into details. I'm gonna let Tomeka go into detail about it. But tonight we are actually bringing her on to talk about her career, talking about her life, because she has a wonderful Facebook Live called House to House. It's a non-traditional Bible study where they talk about the Bible, and it's a very, very good. I love it. And tonight we're gonna talk about a movie premiere that's going on tomorrow that I am so excited to go to. Oh, am I talking too much?
No, I'm pointing that on the screen. I'm pointing that on the screen. Can't you see it on the screen? I'm pointing that on the screen.
I thought you was telling me to cut my introduction, because
go ahead. No, I'm pointing that.
I never cut you off when you go into your preaching
but
moments.
I
need to give her a little bit more props before she come on.
Go ahead. I'm pointing that on the screen.
Oh,
Go ahead,
oh,
Javetta.
my bad. Okay. Generations is the name of the short film. She's gonna come on and talk a little bit about the film. Y'all listen. I'm not gonna say that I saw a little bit of it, but what I'm gonna say is that this film is 100% necessary because it's
Yes.
something that people don't talk about a lot. People
Yeah.
don't talk about, but it happens and
Mm-hmm.
it's swept under the rug.
Yes.
We're going to bring on the beautiful, lovely, talented actor, singer, dancer, writer,
Right.
producer,
Everything.
director, Miss Tomeka
Speaker.
SoSassy Allen.
And right before we do that, we will play this short, brief thing, and then the next voice you will hear, the next face you will see. I forgot to tell you, I was gonna play something before, but that was awesome. You did a great. Everybody, did you do a good job introduction?
But now they gotta wait. They
Yeah,
gonna
no,
forget what I said about.
no, this how they do a church. You did introduction, then a choir prayer song. So I'm gonna play this little intro, and then the next voice, the next person you will see will be the awesome Tomeka Collins, y'all.
Mama,
Hey,
my baby.
Ben, I missed you.
I miss you too, but mommy had to go away for a little while. I had to take care of myself, but no worries, I'm back and we can go home now.
I'm sorry, but it's not that simple.
What do you mean it's not that simple? I'm taking my baby home now.
Monique, you need to calm down.
No, bro. You need to.
Nick!
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I got to say this. I need to say this. Tomeka, did you enjoy the introduction that I gave you?
Yeah, it was amazing.
Okay, you know I love you, girl. What Carlos say after this? You'll see no other than Tomeka Collins. That's one of our viewers, bro. Tomeka.
Oh,
Allen
my
is
bad.
Yes.
Oh
Hey, my bad.
Full circle, okay.
Bad.
All right,
Oh.
she good people. She good people though.
Oops. I mean, this live.
Now we got to bring Tomeka on.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, Tomeka Allen, my bad. But anyways, Tomeka Allen, give it up for y'all. Thank you. Y'all silly, man. Thank you so much, Tomeka, for being on with us, man. We appreciate you. And just like the intro said, man, you're just one of the dope females that I noticed in the game. Always being positive, always being creative. And let's just talk about what you got going on tomorrow with this. You done laid it out. You've done it before. So tell us a little backdrop about this premiere of this film and how this film came to pass. Just how it came to pass.
Okay, wait a minute. Why am I so light skinned? Y'all got all the melanin. Like what?
Oh man, I mean, I've been, yeah.
Wait a minute, I'm brown, y'all.
The world is a rainbow, honey. We are the rainbow. We are the melanin rainbow, honey.
I'm brown.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. It's the lighting in my old house, but
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I had to put that out there. And yes, I just want to say, Javetta, you look amazing. Did you try to get at 45 pounds to me, though? Is that what you was trying to do?
Yes. Oh, my God. No. You look good. I'm telling you. You are beautiful. You are dope. I need some of your curves now because mine went away with the fats. Okay, we'll talk about that later. I need to borrow some hips or something. But yes. Welcome, sis.
Welcome.
Thank you. Carlos, I'm sorry to ask your question again. I'm sorry.
No, we're just talking about what you got going on tomorrow with the premiere of your movie, and how did this come about? How did this come about? Let's talk about this. And I know you're a creator, I know your content. So how did this come about? Your film Generations.
Ooh, that's a loaded question. Actually, it started out as a stage play, just a short for a event that I had to write for. Concerning domestic violence. So I ended up it went over so well at the event I said, you know what, this deserves to be on camera. And the actors and stuff that I chose, they just brought it, and I was just like, okay, yeah, this needs to be on film. This is powerful and needs to be documented because, like Javetta was saying earlier, I can't say it better than her. You know what I'm saying? It was just like,
Yeah.
People don't talk about this sort of thing, even in domestic violence. So, yeah.
Wow. So how long? So how long have you been in theater doing these type of things with writing and stuff like that? So how did Tomeka SoSassy come about? The playwright and the actor and the actress. What inspired you?
My inspiration. Okay, so honestly, I started off as a voice major, been singing all my life, not really thought about being an actor or anything like that. So I started off at UNC Greensboro. Yes, I'm a Spartan.
Okay.
I'm a Spartan. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
HBCU. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love y'all. I love y'all too.
Carlos is like, really? Just trust us on this. We
Okay, yeah, I'm with
okay,
you.
Thank you for embracing me, Javetta, because a lot of Aggies don't like me because of my
Right.
association.
I'm with you, sis. I'm with you.
But anyways, so yeah, I started off as a voice major, and I've always had like a communication with God through dreams a lot. So in my freshman year, the latter part of my freshman year, at UNC Greensboro, I had a dream, and in the dream, God was talking to me. He said, "Change your major to drama."
Okay.
And I said, "But what about music?" And he was like, "You can still do that if you want to, but I want you to change it to drama, and they're gonna love you." And that's what he said. And so I did. The next day, I changed my major, and it's the best thing that ever happened to me. Really.
Wow. That is awesome, man. And I'm glad you did it because I've seen a couple of your productions, the thing that you're doing. It's very inspirational. It's very uplifting. And your company is it I Inspire Productions?
Yes. Yes.
Wow, the name. So okay, you know what, Javetta?
You got it right. I'm just proud. Let's keep rolling. Okay, I'm glad. I was giving you props, bro. Okay, go ahead. Let's go. Okay.
So how did you come up with that name? Because I think it's the name speaks for itself, but why that name? I Inspire Productions.
Okay. The name came from a lot of people that I met in my path throughout life. Fellow students, co-workers, always say to me, "Man, you inspire me. I'm motivated. I'm ready to go." And I promise you, I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything like that because I'm just a vessel, just like we all are vessels, But I was like, you know what? That made me feel good about myself. Even when I didn't feel good about myself, that would make me feel good that other people felt empowered and motivated and inspired. So I was like, you know what? I Inspire would be so cool for a business name. And so that's all I want to do is to inspire, to motivate people for positivity, because I don't know, out of inspiration and motivation comes some beautiful things. Like some of the pieces that I've written and things that I come up with is because I was inspired, and it's just pure. It's nothing more potent than something that comes from inspiration to me,
Gotcha.
Here's the thing. Tomeka, I've known you for years. I don't even remember the year we met, but I remember how we met. It was via Site.
Okay.
And Site Chronicles, we did it at Rev's Coffee House.
Oh man.
It might have been like 2010 or 2011, but I still remember the first line of the piece that I did out of Site. Now, what I wanted to say, because there are some people on here that are not familiar with your work, a lot of your work deals with the real. We have people that we like to laugh, we like to
Mm-hmm.
cry, we like to, enjoy all of these different emotions when we're dealing with entertainment, but you actually write pieces that have people thinking. It's raw, it's uncut. There's
Yes.
not any like sugarcoating. So from sight to generations, and you talk about inspiration, can you tell us how you decided to delve into the genre of writing that you do, if that makes
Mm.
sense?
Great
Um,
question.
that is a great question. When I was in school, at UNCG, they made us write a playwright's Bible, and it's just some things to live by while writing.
Mhm.
What is your focus for each particular, whatever you do, you have to stay within the lengths of this Bible. So, my Bible consists of, I wish I had pulled it out because it's been so many years since I wrote it, but it's to always to teach some sort of a lesson, to inspire, motivate, and do it all through art, through comedy, through drama, through all of those things. Whatever I do, it has to have some sort of a lesson to it or something, and stay true to it. And don't sugarcoat anything.
Mhm.
So I guess that's a good answer. That's the one that I came up with.
That's a good answer.
That's a good answer.
That
That's a
was
good
a good
answer.
answer.
I'm
We
going towards,
look,
I'm
we
going
asking,
towards my Bible, my
we,
my playwright's Bible, my theater Bible.
we
So
asking questions off the cuff. So, I know we didn't really prepare you, but I know that you are prepared because this is your heart's work that you're doing. And I know that you love it. I know it's not always easy. Um, so I want to talk about, before we talk even more about generations, I want to go back to I Am Sarah Bartman.
okay.
It was a
Yes.
powerful film. I want, if you can, share with our viewers how you came about sharing this young woman's story, because it's based on a true story, correct?
Yes, it
Okay.
is.
I want you to share that. I want you to share what this film has afforded you, because I've been with you at some of the really major film festivals where you've had the
Mm-hmm.
opportunity to show this film, which is amazing.
Yes.
So, if, so I want to, if we can, just for a minute, just talk about I Am Sarah Bartman, what it meant to you to produce such a powerful film,
Mm.
and what message you were trying to relay to young women that may not even know her story.
Wow. When I tell you, I began to read up on her, and I saw a few documentaries about her on YouTube. It touched me so much that I had to get that pain out of my heart.
Mhm.
Mm.
And I began to write how she felt. I don't know how I know, but I don't know. I put myself in her shoes and I began to write how she felt. I left out a lot of stuff about her story. You know,
Mhm.
um, I was so imperfect when it comes to her story. It's so much that I could have brought out to that movie, but because I wrote how it inspired me,
Yeah.
I just wrote how she felt mostly with the
Mhm.
few
Okay.
of the facts and whatnot. So yeah, it's based on a true story. Um, so it started off as like a poem. And then someone says, you need to put this on film. This should be in front of audiences or
Mm-hmm.
something. You need to do a stage play about this. You need to do something. And I let it bake for like 10 years, like for real. Like, and so one day I said, I'm going to do it. I'm going to make this a film. And so I turned it into a film, praise God. So that's how it happened. Her story was just so moving. It hurt me. It hurt
Mhm.
me, and I felt it became personal to me. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that's why a lot of people really enjoyed it, because it became personal to them as well. I only covered just a portion of her story. Her story is so big, and I miss so much.
Mhm.
But I just I
But
grateful to be able to celebrate her with what I gathered from her at the time.
You know what though? So when you first introduced me to the film, I didn't know a lot about Sarah Bartman.
Mm-hmm.
So what it did was it introduced me and it intrigued me, and I actually went online and did research on Sarah Bartman, and I was blown away by the story. So even though you say the film was based on how the story made you feel and you inserted some facts in, it introduced a lot of our generation to a story that they may not have heard before.
Mm-hmm.
So it was awesome.
What I love about it, Tomeka, is the fact that, like you said, everybody has a certain lane that people write in. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has, once you got, and this all the writers out there and everybody that encouraged me, and I've gotten advice from and stuff like that. They ask me, "What's your lane, Carlos? Well, how do you want to write? How do you want to present yourself?" And that's what I love about your productions. After your productions, and I'm gonna let you give your information so people can kind of follow you, especially the Sarah.
See,
Sarah,
what you not finna do?
Sarah What? It's Sarah something. It's Sarah something. Anyway, but what I was
you fired. Tamika, but you want to host this show with me next week?
No, what I'm saying is I get emotional, I get excited. But anyway, but just with that piece, what Javetta said. But what I've experienced leaving your productions, leaving anything that you do, it leaves me, and I'm thinking, it leaves you to think on the way home. It gives you something to think about. It gives you something to kind of ponder, like, wow, because it challenges us. Through your entertainment, you're really educating, you're really helping somebody, even if it's telling your story, it's still with, and I think that's our job as entertainers sometimes. We can't just be one way, and that's what I love about, your boy down in Atlanta. Even in the productions, it goes over the top, but he tries to throw a little message in there somehow.
But have you seen Ruthless? Okay, I'm gonna be quiet.
Yeah, now that's something else. That's something totally.
The message. I watch every.
That's
episode.
Something totally different. But he's speaking to these cults. These cults, there are cults out there that are recruiting people, recruiting women, and some of these cults are called churches. Anyway, that's a whole different subject.
We're not going.
So he but he, you know what I'm saying? We just
the subject.
We just keep it at 100. But
can we go back? I keep interrupting you, Los. Gosh,
go ahead.
So long since
you just ain't been here. You ready to talk?
Can you take us back a few comments? The first comment, Lakeisha Galloway, she said, "Please share where we can see Tomeka's work. She has a beautiful spirit." Absolutely. We're gonna post some links if her work is still available, because I know at one point you had taken some of it offline.
Yeah, because hopefully
for one night only for our viewers, you can release I Am Sarah Bartman just for 24 hours so our people can see it.
But here's
on YouTube. I'm not gonna bother her right now. Y'all go ahead. She's on YouTube.
Okay. So we'll post the link for you guys to see I Am Sarah Bartman. And speaking of I Am Sarah Bartman, Danny made a comment, Shamika, if you can take it. Yes. Sarah Bartman died in 1815, buried in 2002.
Yeah.
The why is so disrespectful and heartbreaking. Now, see, when I read up on her story, the why she died, the things that she went through, y'all, when I tell y'all, I had tears, like, as a black woman being what's the word, Tamika, help me, she was sexualized and
all of the above,
on display some of the things that is
disrespected.
Yes, in 2021, women are still being put on display for their bodies. She was experimented on. I'm not gonna get into all the details because I don't want to say anything wrong, but the promise of fame and money that she had coming over to the new world, thinking that she was going to be up here,
Yeah.
And they pretty much treated her worse than an animal.
And
And
they tricked her into coming with them. You know, we're gonna make you rich. You got so much to offer. And then they bring her over there, and then they parade her around like an animal, take all her clothes off. People are poking and prodding, touching her big behind, and and she was known also for her labia. So
yes.
It's
And
they just
and
get,
just
go ahead.
and just to speak on that, and just to how now I'm gonna bring it fast forward to 2020. What that 2021 anyway, what that sister went through, being disrespected. The sad part is, y'all sisters are being treated that way today.
I just said that.
And that's no, the reason why I said that, because I'm gonna play a video. We're gonna lead into some of the other stuff we talk about. Something just happened last Monday where somebody disrespected a young sister, would not call her by what she has earned, would not call her by her title. He totally disrespected her because that's why I'm such an advocate for our black females in this world, in this country, because they're the last on the list. They're treated the worst. Nobody really cares. You know what I'm saying? They're not protected. All this kind of stuff, and they get treated bad. And a lot of times, I'm gonna say this, and a lot of times they get treated worse and treated like a second-class citizens because of what the Bible says. Because that mentality is what a lot of people use when they look at first females and then a black female. They're gonna treat you like anything. Because I'm gonna go on to put it out there before I play this video and we talk about it. Somebody told me, well, Carlos, you can't say that because the word of God said that they're the weaker vessel. And that's what people stand on. That saying right there, that weaker vessel, people stand on that to think that the woman is weak or a man stands above her. We don't have to respect them. Let me tell y'all men something in this comment and in this universe. If it wasn't for a woman, you wouldn't be here. If it wasn't for a woman, there's nothing you can do. A man don't know who he is until a woman tells him who he is.
Amen.
So all that stuff we talking about, them being a weaker vessel, they got to stand over here. They can't do with that. You can't preach. You can't be a pastor. You got to do all this. Shut up. Because it wasn't for a woman, respect it. Let me tell you something. I'm going to say this. You can go tell somebody. The reason why God chose a woman to reproduce himself is because the essence of who she is, a man body can't do it. Why do you think God didn't choose us? Because we can't do it. We're not strong enough. We can't carry. We can't nurture. We get a headache. We act like a baby. But if you ever been with a woman where she's going through childbirth and her body changes, her spirit changes, and her diet changes, they come to near death. And we have a nerve to tell a woman to go over here and stand and do this, and she can't do what she want to do? Man, shut the up.
Okay.
I'm tired of that, because that's that same spirit that's going out here and allowing people to kill a 15 or 17-year-old girl because they look down on her. Because they feel like that girl body and her life don't matter. But you got a white man chasing up these cops with knives, hitting them with cars, shooting up 10 people, and you will go give them a meal, give them something to drink. But a 17-year-old girl gets gunned down, gets shot 4 times in her chest. And I'm so that like it's justified. I'm so that like, oh, something else could have happened. That's because America don't respect the black woman. It's because we got these jellyback men in these churches, and these black men don't respect the black woman. It's time for us to respect the black woman and make sure, because if I would have been out there, I have a daughter that lives in Columbus, Ohio. See, this how I get real with me. I have a daughter that lives in Columbus, Ohio. I don't want to hear that, oh, she had a knife, all this kind of stuff. I have a daughter that lives in Columbus, Ohio. I want y'all to understand the space where I had to text her and I had to hear back from her before I found out what happened. You see what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I'm not going to apologize for getting emotional, because y'all are my sisters. And we have to protect y'all. We really do. Because that, Tomeka, what you did was so profound with that segment. Please, if y'all go see this, go check it out on YouTube. because it's so powerful. We're gonna post it. I'm not gonna apologize for getting emotional because I love my sisters.
Yeah.
I really do, man. And it pains me to see another black man not stick up for his sisters, not stick up for his his cousins, his aunts, because of whatever. The most heartbreaking thing I heard on social media, I heard a black man call Kamala Harris an evil woman. I heard a black man call Kamala Harris an evil woman, and he based it on scripture. Do you see? Do you hear what I'm saying? He called her an evil woman based on scripture, but it's talking about somebody that gave him birth. You see what I'm saying, y'all? I done got off track, man. Let me play. Go ahead, Javetta, say something.
I appreciate that, because if you think about it, I mean, what about all the men that came before her? Good gracious.
Right.
Like, they'll say nothing about all the men that like corrupted this country. Like, what?
Yeah.
Right.
And then if you say the weaker vessel, I mean, what aspect did God mean in that? You know
that's
what I'm saying?
And
Because
that's what I mean.
Maybe she's more sensitive to God. Maybe she's weaker in that way. Maybe her heart, she has a heart of flesh, and she's more sensitive to God, and she's more sensitive to feelings. And of course, a woman's frame is smaller than a man's anyway, but that doesn't mean she should be disrespected.
Right.
And it was the man that needed the help me. So
come on, whoa, time out, pause, time out. Wait a minute. Say that one more time, Tomeka. Rewind. Say it again. Who needed help?
The man needed help.
Man, see.
Yes.
We done. We done shut
See,
it down.
you know what?
I'm not trying to put down a man or anything like that.
We're not. We're not.
We're a team, and when people understand that we're a team and stop trying to say that I'm higher than you and you're lower than me, then we can get something done.
Yes, that's my only thing. Is say, hey man, we're in this team, because in marriage, I don't care what you say. It's a team. In business, it's a team. In teams, it's a team. So, and just to piggyback, I'm gonna play this. We're gonna pivot. And I'm gonna play this video, and we're gonna talk about far as with this little video. Javette, I don't know if you've seen it. It was a city council meeting in Greensboro.
They actually posted it on USA Today, and I read the article and I looked at the comments, and the comments were so disrespectful.
Whoa.
Yep.
We can talk about that. But Tomeka, before we play the video, are there any tickets available tomorrow?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
I know we about to pivot, but are there any?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Are there any more tickets left tomorrow to see the premiere of Generations?
Yes, as the last time I looked, there's some more general admission tickets, which are $20. All VIP are sold out. But yeah, we have a few more tickets. So hit up my page, Tomeka SoSassy, or probably on yours too, Javetta, and stuff. I've been posting to get that link, and go ahead and reserve your ticket. Because like, if people are contacting me and buying tickets and everything like that. So yeah, go ahead and hit it up. I was like, wow. I only had to put the post up. I thank the Lord for the support. Like, I'm so grateful.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And the host, Taronza Graves, she's on here tonight. Carla Simpson, she's going to be a part of the show. I see your cousin Cam just jumped on. He's a part of the show.
Yes.
We got Otis. We got, Sugarfoot. Let me see. Keisha Rice. Christian Anderson.
Christian actually did the soundtrack after the show. So she did the song for the credits, put it that way. She did the song for the credits. So yeah. She will not be performing though. She just did the song for the credits.
Okay. Well,
but everybody else up there is.
Okay, cool. I think I got everybody, but yes. I see John Black. I see Life. I ain't saying I saw it or anything, but you know what I'm saying? It's good.
And Danita. That's Danita. So that's John, Life, and Danita. They are starring in the shows, in the movie. So look out for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, John Black play everything. I mean, he the hardest working dude in the triad. Everybody. I go somewhere, I be like, man, why I gotta go? I be trying to go different places, man. I went to West Africa. He up there already on set.
Already.
I was like,
he did a movie up there
what's
already.
up? I'm like, Jane, what's up, Jane?
But you know something about John Black though. Like I've been, he took a acting class from me once, couple years ago, I believe, and he had been doing acting for a while, but I've seen him like blossom, and he's been taking all these classes with Patrick Farrar, and like he's just been doing his thing. Like he's been taking classes everywhere and perfecting his craft. And I was like, John, I think you're ready, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think you're ready.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you got to do it. You got to do it. So definitely, if y'all can make it out tomorrow, man, come on out with the Elm Street Lounge, man. Tomeka, give them the times again.
Okay. So the show starts at 3, guys, 3 to 5, but doors open at 2:30. Doors open at 2:30. If you VIP and you got food, I advise you to come because we starting at 3 on the dot. Like this ain't no.
Come on now.
Hey, we got a full show, so like you don't want to miss any of it. Like you want all of this, you know. So doors open at 2:30. Come on in. Take your picture on the red carpet. Come in, get your plate if you got food. Grab your drink if you need to go get you a drink from the bar. They got sodas too for the Christians that don't drink, you know.
What? Oh.
No, we know you're a Christian that drink.
What?
We ain't talking about you.
Everybody ain't free, so you know everybody ain't free to drink wine or whatever. But they got soda and water. Yeah, get your drink. You know.
I'm a Christian that drinks too low, so I wasn't throwing you under the bus. I was introducing them to the fact that you drink, and then I was gonna bring in the fact that I drink too. So,
boy, I tell you.
Okay.
But definitely, man, y'all come and check that out, man, and please support. We'll put the YouTube. Definitely, I need y'all to go check out her YouTube information and stuff like that, man. So definitely, man. But Javetta, I had one more question before I share this video.
Yes.
I see this picture here. Hold on. Okay, Javetta, we looking at this picture here now. I'm looking for somebody. I'm looking for 2 people that's not on this flyer. Let's see. Who is missing? Who is missing from this? Javetta, I was looking. Are you up there, Javetta?
Is it with the
Nah. Did he? Anyway, we're gonna move on. We go.
I don't think we in this one, bro.
But you know what though?
You getting ahead of me, man. I got something special planned for both of y'all.
But you know what though? That's love though, man. We joking. That's the thing. And that's what, if we would learn that, y'all, even if you're not on the program, still go support. Still share it. I got my ticket this morning. I've been sharing the flyer. I've been sharing it and talking about it. That's how we build, man. Even if you're not on the flyer, if you're not, still support your people. Because we gotta support each other. We really do.
Well, here's the thing. I'm only giving you a few minutes of this movie, right? But Javetta's actually in the movie. It's just that the scene that we shot is for the entire full-length film that we did with her. So
I was with you, bro. I was trying to make you feel good, bro. I was with you.
But Carlos, I'm not done casting.
I know. I'm just doing.
So there's still an opportunity. I'm not done casting yet, Carlos.
Tamika, she ain't told me that. She tell me everything except that. Tamika, we've been talking about having you on for like 2 or 3 weeks. She ain't even mentioned it. She was like, "All right, bro, before you get up there, I'm in this movie, so don't, you know."
But you know what?
And you let me put that up there too, and have.
Tonight is about Tomeka. It's the show. It's not my show. I was in the film to support. I was a supporting role. Tonight is about Tomeka.
I know. I'm just playing
tomorrow. So unlike you know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna toot my own horn. I'm gonna let her shine tonight. Okay, I'm just playing low.
And let me tell y'all this. Okay, I made a mistake. With this particular movie, we had to cut to about half of what we shot. So we couldn't film the first half due to it
Oh,
being a short film, because with a short film, the action has to happen within the first 20 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So, me being a novice to film, I was trying to give everybody like this big present here, but I had to learn that, okay, I'm cutting this off and I'm saving this for the entire film.
Right.
So yeah, that part
that'll
will
work.
be released later. Now I did turn it into a secondary trailer, so you'll see Javetta in that. Javetta, Otis, and Carla and Bettina
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
are in that. So yeah, that's how that happened, and I gotta explain that. But that trailer will be also playing at the premiere too, to
Word.
get
Okay.
all the people that was involved.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So, but y'all definitely go support, man. Let me play this video real quick. We'll come back and talk about it. This was, if y'all know what happened. This was the young lady that was on a Zoom call. It happened Monday, this past Monday. So I'm gonna play this and we'll talk about it. In Greensboro, North Carolina, and it made what did it make, Javetta? It made
USA Today.
USA Today. This made USA Today, y'all, and it's a shame,
Sam,
right
we
here.
talked about Toronto, I think before you jumped on. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Toronto was on that too. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, y'all, check this out here. Y'all check this out, y'all. Put in your comments what you think about this.
Collins, you got some thoughts?
I did. I think that we kind of lost our way on what we're talking about here. We're here to approve the standards that have been presented. And if Mrs. Rosario has something about one of those
It's Dr. Rosario. Thank you, sir.
Mrs. Rosario has something about
Dr. Rosario.
Well, I'm sorry. Your name says on here, Carrie Rosario. Hey, Carrie.
It's Dr. Rosario.
You got something
I would call you Tony, so please, sir,
Yeah.
call me as I would like to be called. That's how I'm identifying.
It doesn't really matter. We're here.
It matters to me. It matters to me. And out of respect, I would like you to call me by the name that I'm asking you to call me by. Thank you.
Your screen says Carrie Rosario.
I'm verbalizing my name is Dr. Carrie Rosario. And it really speaks very negatively of you as a commissioner to be disrespectful.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but you're negotiating something that happened 4 years ago. We've taken on this function. This is not a zoning function. This is a planning function.
Wow. So y'all take it away. What do y'all think about that? What do you? So
to preface this, I'm talking like Carlos tonight. So earlier in the meeting, another councilman addressed her as her name, and she said, "I would like to be addressed as Dr. Rosario." The councilman apologized and addressed her as such. To me, this man who did lose his job, addressed her. Once she responded, he continued to it was disrespectful to me. Well, your name says such and such, so I'm gonna call you this. She's like, I would not call you Tony. And she kept saying sir and thank you, if you heard that. Regardless of the fact that she was being disrespected. So he was wrong, and he should have lost his job. And I read some of the comments on the USA Today article. A lot of white men were talking about them not seeing the point. She was being dramatic. She is not a real doctor. She teaches at UNCG, correct?
Yes, she does.
Yes, she teaches, and she does have the title. And I feel that with that title, she should have been addressed as such if that is what she requested.
Exactly.
She didn't do it disrespectfully.
No.
At all. And he just dismissed her like, you're nothing. Goes back to African American women being disrespected.
Exactly. Wow.
So Tomeka, your take on how did you feel after seeing that? How did you feel? What's your take on this?
Man, I don't. Yeah, I don't even think it was just deep as race. I just think sometimes it was like it could be just because she was a woman. I don't know. It was just plain
Mm-hmm.
disrespectful.
Yep.
Like, I mean, a lot of people do stuff out of ignorance, but they don't understand what it took for this black woman to become a doctor.
Yes.
You know, it's a whole lot harder for us. You know what I'm saying? Than for a white man to become a doctor. You know what I'm saying? It's just plain disrespectful. You know, I don't want to accuse him of being racist or anything, but I'm gonna say that he was extremely disrespectful. Extremely.
Yes.
And he's lucky that that's all he got, the kind of response that he got. Because I was like, what's your address, sir? What's your address? We need to talk about this together. Me and my homies, we about to roll.
Yeah. And that's what Danny said.
Danny said this was like the slave master calling Kunta Toby.
Mm-hmm.
And it did. I'm telling. It kind of gave that feel because it was like, no, I'm gonna call you this, and she kept saying, no, you're not gonna call me that. You're gonna call me this. Well, that's not what I have here. And he just dismissed her. Well, I'm gonna call you. And I want y'all, if you've seen Roots, it's one of the greatest films you can ever watch. It's one of the greatest films you can ever just learn about how history and how we got over here. That scene where he kept calling him it. If you put these two scenes side by side, that's exactly what it was kind of like. No, I'm gonna call you what I want to call you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what your title says. I don't care if your African name is this. I'm gonna call you Toby.
Yeah,
I said Toby. I want you to think about this. No, I said Toby. No, I'm Dr. Surgeon. No, your name is Toby to me. Let's just keep going. And that's go ahead, Javetta.
No,
go. You got it. You got it.
I was gonna say, and even if it was not racially driven, I will say maybe it wasn't.
It's okay.
With the racial tensions in America right now, if you go and look, what's going on, Brisket King? If you look at if you go and look at some of these stories that are happening, even if they're not racially driven, there's a clear divide between black people and white people in the comments. Because when I read the article, I didn't even see the video until just now. I read the article on what happened. And I went down to the comments, and it was, I mean, she was being called a lot. And they didn't know her. They didn't know her. Based on the situation, it was white people calling her this. I saw some N-words. And black people saying, this is why we have a problem in America today. Because even if we try to rise above, even if we try to get or gain respect, it always comes back to this racial issue.
Man, they are so good at their job and what they have done and what they have caused towards black people. They got other countries hating us and looking at us as, you know, the scum of the earth, and like they come over here and they realize, and I've had encounters where people that realize, like, that talk to me and they're like, you're nothing like they project you to be.
Wow. Yeah,
you know,
that's true.
You're like,
that's
decent
true.
for a black woman. You have a heart. What?
Yeah.
They really have us looking like some sort of way, and the way that they've constructed everything is brilliant. It worked, but they're gonna pay for all of that.
Yeah,
they're gonna pay for that.
Now look at William Stokes' comment. Will you put it back up there about the insecurity? Now that is true. Now that comment right there,
that is good.
That insecurity is man. When I tell you that happens a lot, because sometimes they look down on us, especially our black women, be like, how could you become a doctor? Are you serious? You know what I'm saying? And it goes back to what I said earlier, that mentality that the man is always going to be above the woman. And then you see a black woman, definitely how dare you talk back to me? I'm a white man. I said what I'm going to say to you. I don't have to respect you. That's basically what he was saying. I don't have to respect your title. I don't have to respect what you earn. I'm not going to do that. But I'm glad
she recorded. I'm glad it was recorded. In the pandemic, a lot of things have been filmed that would not normally be filmed.
Yes.
And while she was filmed and now the nation is seeing this has been happening.
Yep.
It's been happening. Sometimes and it's almost programmed in our society. Like you said, he might not have seen it as racism. He was just
he saw a little black girl that, how dare you talk back to me?
A man.
Because I'm the cream of the earth. I'm a white man. Are you crazy? I tell you what you are, and it's just the mindset with all the stuff going on, especially. And I know, Javetta, you get ready to pivot again. Like, we just got the trial finished. The trial just finished with. First of all, can we say this? George Floyd was not on trial, but they made it seem like he was. I don't. Tomeka, did you seem like did it make you feel like he was more on trial than the cop?
Always. It's always like that. It's always like that.
It was like he was more on trial than the cop.
Tomeka.
So, and what's trying to say?
I had a former manager try to coach me saying, well, when you get an MBA, you learn this. In my head, sir, I have an MBA and another master's. So he just assumed that she did not have the education that she needed to do the job.
They don't know to run. They don't know to run.
You see,
they don't know.
You see what I'm saying? That kind of stuff.
That makes
that kind of stuff.
Oh, that makes my you don't know what I'm capable of. You see me as a woman. You see the color of my skin, and you don't know. I love my sister. I love Tomeka. We are not the same. You cannot put us in a bucket and say, "Oh, they are this." Aside from strong black women, you can't do that.
No, but they do. They assume that. And that's the sad part, that y'all sisters have to endure so much in this country that y'all are the mothers of this universe.
Yes.
Y'all gave birth to this universe, and y'all treated the worst. You understand? Isn't that crazy? Y'all gave birth to the universe, but they treat us the worst. And y'all have to go through so much with all this stuff outside the world, and then come back within our own race and be disrespected.
Yeah.
And be treated bad and called out. And men, we want y'all to be in shape, but we out of shape. We want y'all to look a certain way. We looking all the kind of ways. And we compare y'all to everything else. You know what I'm saying? It's y'all have to go through so much, man. And the sad part about it, y'all, and y'all still love the heck out of us. that's and you can't tell me that ain't God. You can't tell me that ain't God. Because how many chances have a woman given a man that keep messing up? But let a man deal with a woman, she messed up one time. Oh no, she gone. I can't deal with that. The capacity of a woman's love for a man, that ain't nothing but God, y'all. That ain't nothing but God. Woo. And I felt that. in my shot now.
I'm not a stranger to educating folk either. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not a stranger.
Carla said it's our job to check them.
Yes,
it is. When they come in, you check it.
Hey,
that's why I have a few friends. You know what I mean?
You see, and that's why I love about y'all. Y'all can check a person and they have no idea. You just check them. Right. Just like that sister on that thing, he has no idea what she said to him. He's sitting there like, huh? She checked him like, let me tell you something. This is what it is. And y'all do it so effortlessly that nobody even figure out what's going on.
Right.
Y'all really do.
Right.
Oh, we got lone posts. Who is this? A lone post? he gets
that's Flake. That's Flake. We got to get him on the show, bro. I'm gonna talk to you about that date. Some white people are insecure with our people. My wife went through these issues with white women with an associate when my wife had 2 bachelor's degrees from UNC and 20 plus years under her belt with mental health field. They are afraid of a black woman. Black women have power. So do the brothers. Yes, they do.
That's so true.
That's right.
Yes,
that's true.
And maybe the fear. I'm thinking the fear. I'm gonna pivot just a little bit. I think
go ahead.
Fear of a people that have gone through what was meant to kill us off, but yet we still rising. the strength of the people. I think it's that fear that is bringing to light all these issues that are
All this
going
stuff.
on.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
sent to Carlos today different stories that I read after the George Floyd trial, after the officer was found guilty
Found guilty on all 3 charges.
on all 3 charges.
Yeah.
We still getting stories of
Uh,
unarmed Black men and women being killed or shot. I saw here in North Carolina, Andrew Brown, Elizabeth City, North Carolina, was shot and killed by 7 deputies. 7 deputies.
7, y'all.
7. Unacceptable. I don't understand. The young lady in Columbus, Ohio, we spoke about her earlier. One shot, they shot her one time, she was down, and they shot her 3 more times. She was down. She was down, and she
Shot her 4 times, y'all, in the chest.
4 times.
That's a lot.
First time
You
she
know what
went
I'm saying?
down, and they continued to shoot.
They
Okay.
can continue.
Minnesota. Officer faces manslaughter charges over shooting of a Black man that was unarmed.
That's a lot.
Virginia man shot by sheriff's deputy after calling 911 for help. He called for the help.
He called. Now he's dead.
No, he's not dead. He's on life support.
On life support. But still, he called. He's on life support.
He's on life support. This one is near and dear to my heart because I met this young man. This happened in High Point last November.
Mm-hmm.
He just graduated from high school. His name is Fred Cox. He was at a funeral to say goodbye to a friend at a church in High Point, North Carolina. He was in his car, and some cars pulled up and started shooting. This young man ran towards the church and was helping people to get inside the doors when he was shot and killed. Not by a gang.
Not by the nope. They tried to say it, but
they tried to make it seem like he was a gang member caught up in crossfire. He did not get shot by a gang, y'all. He got shot by a off-duty police officer or detective.
Yeah. Shot him. That's a lot.
Family still, and I know his mother personally. I know her very well. His mother is still trying to figure out who the officer is. The state of North Carolina is protecting him. They don't know the officer. They have not charged the officer. The officer is still. And Fred did nothing but was helping a young lady from the funeral home and her young son, into the church to shield them from the bullets that were coming in. And he got shot.
Now, that was last year, right?
That was November of last year.
Last year.
This is April. Ask
He's
me
probably
once the family found justice.
He's probably on paid leave too.
This was at a church, but they tried to spin it, y'all. The media tried to spin it to make us think that it was gang violence.
The narrative that they're painting, because to me, it's just a part of the plan. Mm-hmm. They know who we are. We just don't know who we are.
Whoa, Cole, whoa, because come on now, come on, because see, what you just said to me is so powerful, because that's why they come at us so hard, because just like what Tomeka just said, with all this stuff, think about it, just after the verdict, man got caught, the jury went in there, convicted him, no, not convicted, he was guilty on all 3 charges. Not so more than whatever many hours, somebody else a kid gets shot, another person gets shot. So they keep doing this, and like Javetta said, is it the fear of us? Is it the knowledge of us that we don't know? But something, and they keep trying to take us out this way, or they're trying to take us out somehow. If it's not with voting, suppression, they'll kill you in the street. But I'm gonna say this, just like what Tomeka said. Are we helping them by the violence that's going on in our community?
Mm.
Woo! You see what? You see how this we playing into that as well? Because sometimes they like, well, we ain't really get to do a lot because we'll kill each other too. Because
they started it.
Yeah.
They made it happen in our communities.
Right.
Like there's a grand scheme. It's eugenics. It's a grand scheme of things going on, and it's playing exactly like they wanted to play.
Yeah. But and see, now let me ask y'all this. Is that a separate thing when we talk about police brutality and police killing us, and you talk about the violence that's going on? Is that a separate thing, or is a dual thing that we need to somehow deal with?
We need to educate. We need to educate each other and to get out of the system way of doing stuff. We really need. That's why when we were talking about before, I don't hesitate to educate people because it's because we perish because of lack of knowledge.
Lack of knowledge. Yep.
So it is our job to get out and educate. Educate our people and reverse the systematic genocide. Reverse that the way of thinking that everyone has. Our music, everything is taught us how to be. We gotta reverse everything. Like what they're allowing, it's all working together for an evil plan. But we have to not be afraid to educate, to stand on some things and put the information out there, because a lot of us just don't know. We eat everything Fox News sends us. We eat everything we see on Facebook. We eat everything that Mama and them and Pookie and them talking about. But we need to do our own research, and we need to go back. We just gotta we gotta educate each other.
One thing I was talking to my daughter about, and I was telling her, I said, babe, the hope I have in your generation is y'all don't really get caught up in the whole race thing. Y'all really have figured it out and be like, man, if we rock with you, we rock with you. If we don't, we don't. Y'all don't get caught up in that race thing, which is a big key that's going to help this thing, because, our parents' generation, we just one generation removed from the black water fountain and the white water fountain. My mother has stories about that. Just think about it. Now, our children is friends. They got best friends of all different nationalities. Now, that's one thing I can give them, that they didn't get caught up in race. And I just hope that fearless that they have is continue just to push forward, and not just like you said, this agenda, man. This stuff is being pushed out. It's being pushed in, and it's the stuff that allow. And that's why I teach my kids all the time. You gotta be careful what you see and careful what you hear, because that affects you. And like I'll play them old hip hop songs or something like that, like Public Enemy, X Clan, Diggable Planet, stuff like that. And they can actually understand the lyrics. It's like, wow, okay. But then I play them their music, and they like, Daddy, what's the difference? I said, do you hear the difference?
I don't know. Some of them songs were back in the day.
Well, it was a balance though.
There was a balance.
It was a where's besides J. Cole, or what's the other guy from the West Coast? The other guy from the West Coast that's real good. That's kind of talk about some stuff. What did you just say to me?
Justin Bieber.
That's my dude, though. I love Justin.
He knows the Lord now. He loves the Lord. I wanted to say, I'm gonna go back just a few minutes, and then we're gonna switch again because we got to do trivia for Tomeka before we call it.
Yeah.
But going back.
She said Justin Bieber.
Wow, I had to break the seriousness. I'm sorry, but while our kids' generation is getting along, there is still that looming, son, when you get stopped by the police.
Yes,
I need you to do this. I had to introduce him to race because I needed him to know that right now black men and women are getting killed for no reason at all. So when you get stopped by the police, this is what you need to do. And it's so sad. And I had
That you
tears
have to
in
have
my
that
eyes
conversation.
when I
Yeah.
had this conversation with my son. And my son doesn't even live with me now. So I have where's he at? I need to know where. You don't have to call me every day. I just needed to check in so that I know that you are good.
Yeah.
He's a 20-year-old. So he has decisions that he's going to make, and some that are not going to be so great.
Mm-hmm.
But I just need to know that you're okay. So not only do I have to worry about the normal stuff that we have to worry about when we send our children into the world, but now I got to worry about, is my son going to be okay if he encounters a police officer?
On the wrong cop.
Yes.
And I'm so glad you said that, Javetta, because that's so true. And that's the reality that we live in. That's the reality that we do. And I don't think people really get that. I don't think, when we talk about that, everybody I know that looks like me, that grew up with me, has been harassed by a cop. Everybody I know. Everybody I know. Now I went to a white high school. Now I know some guys who's never been harassed by a cop. Never been approached the wrong way. So in their mind, they can't really understand when we kind of look sideways at the cops because they never had to deal with it. So what we have to tell our sons and now even our daughters, because we still trying to figure out what happened to Sandra Bland.
Right.
That's still that. But what I was going to speak on what you were saying is we've seen so much. Do y'all think that trauma? Do you think that kind of affects us mentally? Almost like a post-traumatic stress, all this stuff, because like what Javetta just read off, that's like how many you read off? 4 or 5 that she read off. I know there's more.
Yes.
So just to all this violence and stuff that we see on a regular basis, and even if we don't turn on the TV, we still hear about it because somebody's child or somebody got shot. Is that affecting us mentally?
Oh my God. I can't help but say yes. I feel like Black people need counseling right now because of all that we've had to endure and all that we've had to see. And Ahmaud Arbery, that affected me. It got me thinking, you know what I'm saying? And then to watch the George Floyd thing and his knee on his neck.
I couldn't watch.
I like, honestly, like, I felt like I don't know. It was murder. That was murder.
Yeah.
I saw someone get killed. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I think
you never get over that ever.
Right. No,
there's always something when you see, a cop or whatever. And I'm not bashing cops or anything. This is not what I'm doing. I'm just saying it puts a fear in you. You don't know if this is your last day if you get pulled over or not.
Yeah.
If somebody, what I'm saying, you just don't know. And, it automatically makes you look at people that don't look like you differently. If you didn't look at them differently before, you're looking at them differently now.
Yeah.
You know
and
what?
Go ahead, Joanna.
Oh, I keep
go ahead.
You, Los.
No, you good. Go ahead.
I had this conversation with Taranza and Carla a while ago, and I think somebody said that we were actually birthed into trauma. Because if you think about it, generations of our people experience trauma. And I remember as a little girl sitting at my grandma's table, my mom's mother, and she told us stories that I didn't understand as a little girl, of when she was raped or when she had to do certain things or when she would black out and, these certain things would happen to her. I didn't understand as a little girl, but I'm thinking, I know it was wrong. So the stories that our grandmothers and great grandmothers and great grandfathers tell us because they had to endure, I don't think the story should die, but I think that there's some truth to the fact that Black people have been birthed into trauma. If you look at our history.
And that's so true. And that's the thing about teaching our kids about history, knowing where they came from, knowing what happened. And a lot of stuff, like you said, it's passed down to us. Even if we didn't want it, there's something that's been passed down to us. Because, like, I was telling my wife this the other day. I was like, baby, think about this. I know I graduated from high school from a guy that his eighth generation were slave masters. My eighth generation were slaves. So he's benefiting generation and I'm receiving. That's a lot. Mm-hmm. So it's hard for them, you know what I'm saying? It's like when you think about that, because like you said, we're dealing with the cops and stuff like that, man, with everything going on, and with creators, we try to be positive, but like I said, when that 17-year-old, y'all, that kind of set me over the top, because when I saw it, I was like, okay, I'm reading it, I was like, wait a minute, Columbus, Ohio. My daughter lives in Columbus, Ohio. So I'm like, when your mind goes through something, and the fact of the matter is that that's a child, that's somebody's baby, that's somebody's, like Michael Brown, and you know what I'm saying, all those type of kids. So now it's starting to kind of hit home, like panicking, like, okay, I need to find where she at, because that really could be her. Now the guy who graduated high school, he don't have those worries. He can send his daughter all the way around this country and go to sleep at night. I have a daughter now, 21, getting ready to graduate next month. When she's out and about, I'm nervous. Please call me when you get home. Text me, whatever. Because of who she is. She's a black woman in this city, and she believes in what she believes in. And I don't think people understand the mental on a parent. There's a part of this society, they can lay down, go to sleep, and sleep a peaceful night. They don't even care about the kids. They don't care what the kids say. I know we as parents, y'all do a check and be like, Lord, we pray different. Our prayers a little different. We don't pray just to, Lord, you a friend of mine. Oh Lord, kumbaya. Oh Lord, you so precious. Oh God, holy, holy, holy. We're like, we pray them real prayer. We pray them old grandmama prayers.
Yes.
You know, we got to call him by his name. Lord, we come to you as humble. You are the King of Kings, Lord of Lords. You sit high and look low. Lord have, you know, so, and even in that, even our relationship with God a little different. You know what I'm saying? It's not, we pleading it like, Lord, don't let that be my child. Lord, don't let that be somebody I know. So it's a little different, y'all. And I just think that and like I said, we all need each other, man. We really do. We really do. I know we kind of went along.
I say start the conversations, because change starts with you. Exactly. You cannot control or do anything. You can't make anybody do anything that they do not want to do or that's not in their will. So I say the change should start with you. Have those conversations with your friends. Have those uncomfortable. Try to introduce them, because there's trauma everywhere in the Black community, church, families, you know. So the father, baby mama dynamic or whatever. I just say, let's start the conversation. It's going to be uncomfortable. It's not going to feel good, but we need to start the conversation.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of children.
Go ahead, Tomeka.
There's a lot of children that's not talking about it. And it's, even my brother, he doesn't, the way that it affects him, you know, it's made a positive change, and so much that he wants to educate himself more on our Black leaders that have, you know, maybe went before us or whatnot, and just everything Black. He's loving everything Black, you know, taking pride within himself and loving himself. It's forcing us to love ourselves, because nobody else, you know. So it's just.
And the sad part about it, y'all, even in us loving ourselves, people have a problem with it. They do. People have a problem with it. So almost it's like we got to kind of not celebrate, not be like, kind of tone it down a little bit, because and I'm like, why? You know, because we have to learn. And it's like, what's wrong with saying I'm supporting Black businesses? Why are you supporting white businesses? Ain't none of your business.
We've been supporting.
You know what I'm saying? We've been supporting everything. You know what I'm saying? It's like when we came over here on the boat, it was white business. You know what I'm saying? So, we, like you said, it's a conversation need to be had, and just like educate ourselves. And y'all need to understand, a lot of stuff is set up by design also because they knew when back in when our dads were young and our grandparents, they knew they had to do something. To wipe out the Panthers, to wipe out our black strong leaders in the community, to wipe out our unity, to wipe out the family. Because they knew if they can wipe that out, they can try to take us out. But the funny part is it's not working. Because if you look at what's going on now in the country, a lot of stuff is kind of starting to be reversed and be kind of like, a lot of these laws and a lot of these stuff is starting to be kind of deal with and be like, nah, we taking out the books, we knocking this down. So it's kind of like, I believe they're freaking out, y'all, because their plan is kind of backfire. So that's why they're trying to do all this stuff. To try and do all this crazy stuff to keep us. And also, we talked about this last time, Tomeka, and I'm gonna do this. We kind of talked about triggers. Beware of the triggers, y'all. Whatever your trigger is,
that's it, Danny. Mm-hmm.
Beware of your triggers because they're triggers that kind of set you off too. Because that. Go ahead, Javetta.
Yeah. I'm sorry. We have to wrap here in a few minutes. Let me just say that we have an educator in the room tonight, Jessica Bowie. She has y'all go back and read some of her comments because she was actually sharing knowledge from a Black educator's standpoint. And I was reading some of the comments. I didn't want to interrupt while they were going on, but thank you so much for sharing. She was saying having kids journal helps also when dealing with issues and trauma, which is good. And she has a list of other comments that she's been commenting throughout the night. We have business owners on here. We have musicians. Otis is on here. Cam is on here. Stanley Flake, he has a single that just dropped. Of course, Danny, who was your co-host last week, he's a music producer, and his wife is an artist. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of powerful people in the Black community. So that's my point. There's a lot of powerful people that can take this conversation and kind of like take it places. You see that? I look so. Ooh,
yeah.
Okay. We have about 5 minutes before I have to go pick my daughter up. Sorry. Okay. This has been a great show, Tomeka.
Yeah.
We appreciate you being on here. To all of our viewers,
thank you.
I feel like we broke some records tonight.
We did. We had like long posts and stuff. Like Stanley, you get the award for the longest post.
Yes.
Thank you, Stanley.
Stanley get the award for the longest. It was like eight lines. So that's the longest post ever.
We're actually gonna have him on. We're actually gonna have him on the show in a couple of weeks. Him and his wife. So if he types long, it's gonna be a long show.
If he long-winded like me,
Listen,
you're prepared.
I might as well just not show up. No, so I am I'm thankful to all of our viewers who faithfully tune in every week. I'm thankful to Tomeka for coming on and shining like I know you do so well. If we can remind the viewers one more time, we're gonna post the flyer and we'll have them add you on Facebook, or you can look on my page, or you can look on Carlos' page for the flyer and the information to purchase your tickets in advance for tomorrow. There are a few general admission seats left for Generations at Elm Street Lounge tomorrow. Doors open at 2 p.m. You need your ticket to be there. I promise you will not be disappointed. Please bring your mask because
wear your mask.
Still COVID streets.
Please.
Still COVID streets. And traditionally, we like to do a little trivia with our guests before they leave for the night. So we're gonna switch it up to a lighter mood. I decided.
Don't ask me nothing easy, please.
Oh, well, I don't know. These might be. It depends.
Ask me something hard, so I won't feel bad about not knowing it.
Tonight we're playing Lyrically Correct. It's the 90s and 2000 hip hop version. This company is a Black-owned business. We have posted the link to purchase this on our page, and we'll post it again if you guys are interested. It's a really fun game. Unless you don't know 90s R&B and hip hop, then it's not so fun. It's pretty wet. So,
Javetta, you might be in trouble.
I might know a little bit. When I was little, I was not allowed to listen.
Me either, girl.
Oh Lord.
I'm catching up in my.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. So I'm gonna.
This should be fun.
I'm gonna use this as a sample question,
Okay.
It's going to ask you a question about the song, and then you have to respond. So this question is, if Nas ruled the world, what would he do?
If I rule the world, I tell all my sons.
He free all his sons.
Free all my sons.
But you do the song.
Yep.
See?
Yeah.
It's not hard.
Free all my sons.
Yeah.
We were sheltered, but we snuck and listened to some music. Okay.
I sure did. I did.
Okay. So, Tomeka, according to Young B, what should you have on the side of your chicken noodle soup?
And a soda?
Yep. Boom. That's it. All right, Los, this one is for you. According to Alicia Keys, some people live for the fortune, fame, power, and what else? You gotta sing. You gotta sing it out loud.
Okay.
Los.
Some people's fortune and fame.
I said that. According to Alicia Keys, some people live for fortune, fame, power, and what else? Go ahead and sing it. You'll get it right if you sing it.
I can't think of this. I was thinking about another song. Fortune, fame, and
go ahead, Tomeka, because he don't know.
Yeah, I
live just to play the game.
Just to play the game. That's it. That's it. I was a hip hop head.
Thank you, Tomeka. Tomeka Collins got it right. Okay. Tomeka, what time did Tweet get home last night?
2:45.
That's it.
Yeah, the quarter.
Okay, just 3 more. Los, where did Jagged Edge say to meet?
Meet me at the altar with your white dress. Say, we ain't getting no younger. We manga. Hey. Hey. All right.
Okay, this is up for whoever can answer it. 2 more questions. Who did Wishbone from Bone Thugs and Harmony miss?
Miss my Uncle Charles, y'all. That's it. Hey man, that video scared me. That video scared me back in the day, man. Eyes went black. Hey, let me tell you something. Hey man, back in the day I went saved, right? So I was watching it and I was a little elevated, if I can say that. And when his eyes went black, I was like, yo, somebody, hey, did somebody see this? Hey, that was sweet.
Okay, last question for the night. And thank y'all to our viewing audience for
appreciate y'all so much, man. We thank you
too, because this is fun, right? Yeah, it is still scary to me. Okay. Who does Outkast say sorry Miss Jackson goes out to?
Sorry, Miss Jackson.
You and your mama?
Well, kind of.
For real.
Anybody wanna answer?
Make it
cry.
Listen to the question. Who does Outkast say sorry Miss Jackson goes out to?
It's right there. It's like right here. Right there. It's right
it's
there.
At the beginning of the song, if I can hint.
This goes out to the mamas, baby mamas, mamas, and something. Yeah, my baby's mamas,
all the baby's mamas,
mamas.
You and your mama.
Yeah, you and your mama.
That's it, baby's mamas. See, y'all know. Again, the name of this game is Lyrically Correct. When we are able to come back together and grill out and have game nights with our friends and stuff. Again, I'm telling you, I have built up a barrage. Is that a word? Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, you use it. Go ahead.
I have built up a barrage of Black-owned trivia games, card games, games for groups of.
I even got Derek Jackson's.
I got mentally stimulate me. And
I have that, and I have the other one he got too.
It was a good game when I was back in my dating
Wait a minute.
My dating days, I used to take it on dates, and I would ask questions to kind of like introduce dialogue. But see, I don't rock with Derek Jackson no more. So.
You might as well. I mean, hey.
I'm just playing. I got that game.
Like, I don't hate nobody.
I don't hate nobody.
but man,
Okay,
Tomeka
wants me to put a list of the games on my page. I sure will.
We will.
Absolutely will. And the links where you guys can get them. So.
Yeah. Thank y'all, man. Once again, man, we thank everybody for tuning in. Y'all could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. Make sure you like the page, share the page, like the live. Definitely follow. Please go follow Tomeka SoSassy Allen.
Yes.
And follow what she does. We're gonna post the information, but follow what she does. Just a great sister. Thank you for being on with us, man. Definitely, man. Make sure, man, y'all take care of yourself. Be positive. Tomeka, any last words before we let you go? Before we leave, I'm gonna play the Wesley Snipes thing again before we leave. To kind of end on a positive note. Remember, everything at your fight. So, Tomeka, any last words you'd like to say to the people watching out there in the universe?
First of all, thank you, Javetta. Thank you, Carlos. I'm honored to be here. Thank you for making this easy for me because I was a little nervous. And everybody that was watching and commenting, thank you for welcoming me into your virtual family for a little while.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm excited about tomorrow. If you can make it, please come. I would love to see your face in the building. Doors open at 2:30. Thank you, God.
Oh, yeah.
Did I get everybody?
Oh yeah, God includes all of us.
Y'all. Right. And my actors and my crew and everybody that had a part in this. I appreciate you with all my heart.
Definitely. Javetta, any last words? Welcome back, Javetta. We appreciate you. We're glad you made it back safely. We were just glad to see, Danny, he filled in, but it's nothing like having my faithful co-host. You know what I'm saying?
You hear that, Danny? And who is your co-host's favorite football team? Go ahead and give it to the people. I am a proud Dallas Cowboys fan.
See, now you taking it too far. Now you done went over the hill.
I had
but
to.
But everybody, man, thank y'all again, man, for tuning in, for spending time with us. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your input. But definitely, man, y'all can go back and relook at this, man, because there were some great comments. I'm gonna go back and read a lot of them, and I'll probably replay this sometime because this was a very, very helpful episode. Mm-hmm. So we thank y'all again. So I'm gonna play this by Wesley Snipes, then we're gonna get out of here. So Wesley Snipes will be our benediction today. So thank y'all again. Hopefully we'll see y'all tomorrow at the red carpet with your mask on. Now, just to say this, if you see me there, it looks like I'm drinking. I'm not. It's water. So don't judge me, judge your mama. So all right, man, y'all have a good evening.
For your pick. So
yes. Please, please do. But put it back on.
Put it back on.
Take it off. Put it down. Smile, cheese. Put it back up. All right, y'all have a good evening. Be blessed, man. Be safe. So we're gonna leave with Wesley Snipes.
Check on yourself as much as you check on Instagram. #self-love. When's the last time you checked yourself? You had a conversation with self so you can hear what your heart is telling you. It's been a minute, hasn't it? Reintroduce yourself to self. Everyone is not your assignment. That's why you're drained. You got to get involved into everything. Don't involve you, and everything ain't about you. Sometimes you just have to let them do them. It ain't about you. Your growth will scare people who do not want you to change. Some people just want to stay where they at, stuck in the mud. They don't want to let go. They don't want to elevate. Don't worry about it. Growth is painful for some people, especially those that don't want to grow. Hallelujah.